Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of refrigeration and air conditioning. As the part of the subject air conditioning and ventilation, we have started our discussions on that part, and till now we have completed the introductory part of air conditioning, different properties of moist air, various psychrometric processes, and how you can plot those psychrometric processes in psychrometry chart. We have also discussed about the perfect air conditioning system. Now regarding the air conditioning system, we have already noticed that for creating comfort condition, 4 factors are responsible. So first one is the temperature of air, second is humidity, that is the moisture content present in the air, third thing is the purity of the air, that means amount of impurities present in the air or how much pure the air is, and the fourth one is air motion or air velocity. And we have already discussed that the system that can effectively controls all these conditions to produce the desired effect, that is the comfort zone, as per the requirement of the occupants present in a particular system, is known as a perfect air conditioning system. And a perfect air conditioning system is classified into various categories. The first classification is based on the arrangement of equipments. On the basis of arrangement of equipments, an air conditioning system is classified into 5 categories: central air conditioning, unitary or packaged, window air conditioning, split air conditioning, and combination system. Similarly, on the basis of major function, it can be divided into 2 subgroups: comfort air conditioning and process or industrial air conditioning. And on the basis of variation of season throughout the year, an air conditioning system is classified into 3 categories: summer air conditioning, winter air conditioning, and year-round air conditioning. So in today's class, we will discuss about the summer air conditioning, winter air conditioning, and year-round air conditioning system. So our first topic is summer air conditioning. So first you have to know when this summer air conditioning, or what type of process is to be adapted for this summer air conditioning. So normally, since the name is summer air conditioning, that means we have to use this system in summer season. So since the season is summer, so the condition of the atmosphere or the temperature of the atmosphere is very high, and the moisture content or the humidity present in the air may be very high, or maybe it may be dry, it may be very low, as per the variation of places. So that is why for summer air conditioning we can adopt 2 different systems. That means first we have to go for cooling, and as per the variation of moisture or as per the presence of moisture in the air, either you have to go for dehumidification or we have to go for humidification on the basis of the weather of a particular place. So first thing, we have to use the summer air conditioning for those places having hot and humid outdoor condition. Hot and humid. So hot and humid means the temperature is high, as well as humid means the amount of moisture content present in the air is also high. So for those places where the weather is hot and humid, we have to adopt the process cooling and dehumidification. Now how can we adapt this process cooling and dehumidification? So this process cooling and dehumidification will be adopted either by using a cooling coil, having an apparatus dew point less than the dew point temperature of the air that is entering into the coil, fresh air that is entering into the coil from the atmosphere, or by using some air washer. What is the function of the air washer? The function of the air washer is just to spray the chilled water or cold water which is having a temperature less than the dew point temperature of the air. So by two ways we can adapt this cooling and dehumidification, either by using some cooling coil, having apparatus dew point less than dew point temperature of the entering air from the atmosphere, or by using some air washer through which the chilled water is to be sprayed onto the atmospheric air, where the surface temperature of the water must be less than the dew point temperature of the inlet air. So this one is the schematic diagram where various components are there. So first, outside air comes from this atmosphere that will pass through this damper. and that will enter into the enter through this filter. Okay, so this is the main duct. Within this filter, the impurities will be removed. So after passing through the filter, they will enter into the cooling coil, where the cooling will now this cooling coil, you can use two types of cooling coil over here, either cooling coil or air washer. And after passing through the cooling coil, it will pass over this perforated membrane and then over a heating coil. Now why these two types of coils are used over here, cooling coil as well as heating coil, that I will discuss over here. After passing through these two coils, it will enter into the fan. It is enter into this fan. The function of the fan is just to circulate, or just to pass the air into the conditioned space, and from conditioned space through the return duct the recirculated air will come, and this outside air and recirculated air will mix in a proper ratio. That will again enter into the filter and pass through all these apparatus. So the first thing is, the outside air first flows through the damper and it will mix up with the recirculated air obtained from the conditioned space in a proper ratio. Now after this mixing of this outside air, fresh air with the recirculated air in a proper ratio, it will enter into the filter to remove the dust, dirt and other impurities present in the air or present in the mixture. This air is now will then pass through the cooling coil, where the coil is having a temperature less than the dry bulb temperature of the air, or having a apparatus dew point less than the dew point temperature of the entering air. Now this cooled air, after passing through this cooling coil, will be passed over a perforated membrane and loses its moisture content, or loses this moisture present within this in the condensed form, which will be collected in the sump. So the function of this sump is to just to collect the condensed moisture, or the moisture condensed into water from this cold air. Okay. After that, the air is made to pass through the heating coil. Why? Now the function of the heating coil is to heat up the air slightly, because this heating coil is used, or this is done to bring the air to the designed dry bulb temperature and relative humidity. Because our conditioned space is having a particular condition, having particular dry bulb and relative humidity. The air coming from the outside is having another particular temperature and relative humidity. Now when this outside air mixes with the recirculated air coming through this return duct in a proper ratio, their temperature and relative humidity will change. Now as per our required comfort condition that is to be created within this conditioned space, we have to slightly heat up this air so that it can achieve its desired dry bulb temperature as well as relative humidity that will pass through this to this conditioned space. Okay. Now the conditioned air is to be supplied to the conditioned space coming out from the heating coil through the fan. So from conditioned space, a part of the used air will be exhausted to the atmosphere by the exhaust fan or ventilator, and the remaining part of the used air, that is known as recirculated air, will enter into this return duct, and it will again made to mix with the fresh air coming from the outside through this damper. So by this way the process will continue, or the process will be go for again and again. Now where we can use this type of summer air conditioning system, since this arrangement is for hot and humid outdoor condition. So suppose if we consider the temperature condition of Bombay in summer. In summer the condition of Bombay is 32 degree dry bulb, 75% relative humidity. Okay, but in order to create comfort condition, suppose your comfort condition is 24 degree centigrade dry bulb, 60% relative humidity. So 32 to 24, that means cooling is to be done. 75 to 60, that means dehumidification is to be done. So that in summer, Bombay, Madras, Calcutta, in this zone, where the weather is hot and humid, you have to go for this cooling and dehumidification process, which is a part of summer air conditioning. Okay, now if we go for the another system which is also useful for summer air conditioning, that means for the places where the weather is hot and dry, outdoor condition is hot and dry. Hot and dry means temperature is very high, dry means the amount of moisture present in there is very less, like Delhi, Nagpur, Bhopal. So in this zone you have to go for cooling and humidification. Cooling means cooling. Why cooling is to be done? Because the weather is hot. Why humidification is done? Since the outside air is very dry, so there will be a problem of dryness of the skin of human beings. That is why if we add some moisture, that will provide the comfort condition to the human being. So if we consider the condition of those places in summer, the air is having a temperature 40 degree, temperature is 40 degree, relative humidity 20%, and our design condition or our desired comfort condition is 24 degree and 60%. There is a standard value. So from 40 to 20, that means cooling is to be done. 20 to 60%, that means humidification is to be done. So by using heat cooling and humidification process, we can go for creating comfort condition for these places. Now for these places, what are the difference in the two arrangements? First, damper will be there. After passing through the damper, the outdoor air will mix with the recirculated air, that will pass through the filter where dirt and other impurities will be removed. Then it will pass through the cooling coil, and after passing through the cooling coil, the cooled air is to be passed over an humidifier. Now what is the function of this humidifier? Within this humidifier, adiabatic humidification is to be done. Now we have to spray some steam having a higher moisture content. If we spray some steam having a higher moisture content, then the air will be humidified. So after cooling, humidification is to be done. That cold and humidified air is to be passed over the water eliminator, where the excess moisture will be removed. The function of this water eliminator is just to remove the excess moisture content as per the requirement of the condition space, and the remaining process is same. After passing through this water eliminator, it will pass to the fan. The function of this fan is to just supply the air to the condition space as per our requirement. So by this way, summer air conditioning is to adapted by using both cooling and humidification, as well as cooling and dehumidification as per the requirement of the condition space, or as per the requirement or as per the weather of the particular place. Thank you.